What's happening with Harry Maguire and why was he accused of assault and bribery? The Manchester United star left the England camp just 2 weeks ago and has had many crazy years before this, including receiving a bomb threat in 2022. Earlier this month, the centre-back left mid-game in the second half of England's 1-0 loss to Brazil, which was a hard pill to swallow in the face of the nation's pre-Euro 2024 optimism. A reminder that the Three Lions, aka the English football team, are not quite the world-beating machine they resembled in their qualifying campaign. Maguire made his first appearance on the pitch since February 2024 against Brazil in a friendly match, but he lasted just 67 minutes. This was another game where he fell short and exposed his unstable and distressed side. One of the reasons Manchester United came so close to cutting ties with him last summer. He looked uncomfortable for most of the game, leading him to get taken off midway through the second half. The only positive from his point of view was that his replacement, Lewis Dunk, was even more of a liability and ended up making the mistake that led to Endrick's only goal. Dunk's disastrous performance made an uncomfortable truth extremely clear, that despite all his faults, Maguire still remains England's top choice at centre-back, and English manager Southgate has little choice but to make it work. Maguire played a small part in United's 4-3 FA Cup win over Liverpool earlier this month, but he has been out for multiple games this season after sustaining a groin injury against Bayern Munich in December 2023. This injury sidelined him for over 6 weeks. Just as he got back into the rhythm, he picked up an unspecified injury that knocked him out of action for another 3 weeks. He only returned as a substitute against Liverpool. As of now, the Three Lions have confirmed that he has been ruled out of their match against Belgium and that the 31-year-old has left their squad due to yet another injury. This doesn't help when Kyle Walker and goalkeeper Sam Johnstone have also withdrawn due to injury, requiring Southgate to turn to several under-21 players to fill the gaps in his senior squad. Looks like Manchester United's defensive issues will only get worse. Are Southgate's prospects going south? Southgate has always fiercely defended Maguire in the face of criticism. After the match with Scotland in September 2023, the manager described the abusive treatment of Maguire as something beyond anything I've ever seen. During his worst periods with United, Maguire usually sought comfort in playing matches for England. However, there is a risk of him becoming a scapegoat at the international level if England does not have a successful European Championship. While Maguire may be fit for England's Euro 2024 bid, it remains to be seen how many games he will miss for United in the season's final stretch. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag is currently without defenders Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Tyrell Malacia, and Johnny Evans. So the Red Devils, aka the Man United team, cannot really afford to lose Maguire as well. Maguire has many critics, but he remains his country's most reliable centre-back, and the manager needs to play to his strengths. He has the experience of 3 major tournaments under his belt, all of which he and England performed pretty well in. This means he is still ahead of defender Jared Branthwaite, who is set to make his international debut against Belgium, as well as defender Dunk, who may not even make it to the Euros after his troublesome cameo. Maguire is lucky to have still over 2 months to improve his game and get back on track after his series of injury setbacks. He has staged his own comeback at United before, going from being on the transfer list and even having a £30 million fee from West Ham accepted to replacing Raphael Varane as Erik ten Hag's first-choice defender. Maguire has really been fighting for his place, but can he ever catch a break? Back in 2020, the defender was arrested whilst on holiday with his wife, Fern Hawkins, his sister Daisy, and his brother Joe. Apparently, Daisy was injected with an unknown substance after being approached by Albanian businessmen. Maguire has claimed that in the aftermath of the event, he was taken to a police station, not a hospital, to help his sister, and beaten there by the authorities. He attempted to flee, and his defense was that he believed he was being kidnapped. Just recently, he received a new date for his retrial to appeal his alleged assault and attempted bribery conviction in Mykonos, where he was initially found guilty and handed a 21-month suspended sentence. However, due to a lawyer strike in Greece, the trial may never go ahead. This is the second time this trial has been delayed, and Maguire will now have to wait to plead his case. Not to forget, it was just last summer when he was stripped of the Manchester United captaincy after a decline in form and linked with a move away from the club. However, he remained at Manchester United's home stadium, Old Trafford, after injuries to fellow defenders. Often mocked by fans of the game, Maguire has been a scapegoat for constant ridicule and targeted somewhat unfairly. He has received much criticism in the press and on social media, leading to him being booed by his own fans for England in matches against the Ivory Coast and Germany in 2022, as well as Manchester United in pre-season matches abroad for the last 2 seasons. He's probably the most abused England defender that we've ever seen. Maguire said he could accept criticism of his performances, but a line was crossed when he received a bomb threat in early 2022. The police had to conduct a sweep of his home where he lives with his fiancée and 2 young children. Sounds like a terrible ordeal. So what's next for Maguire? We think United will hope that Maguire will not be on the sidelines for long as they try to secure an unlikely top 4 spot. Manager Ten Hag's men are currently 9 points behind Aston Villa, although they do have a game in hand. Maguire is one of the most comfortable defenders in the Premier League when the game is in front of him and his team is in control, whether in possession or out of it. But he is vulnerable when order is replaced by chaos, and he has to defend wave after wave of transition, repeatedly placed on the back foot. Maguire is England's weak link, and Gareth Southgate has no choice but to find solutions to protect Man United's divisive defender. Do you think Maguire is treated unfairly? Let us know in the comments below if you think he deserves another chance at Manchester United. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more football insights.
Hello, for God!